Thank you, dignitaries, for joining us on stage. With the light now lit, may this flame reflect the bright future ahead. Let us now revisit Mastek's inspiring 3-decade journey through a short film that captures its evolution and excellence. Can we have the video, please?
Why Mastek? At Mastek, we're not just about technology. We're about outcomes. As a global provider of enterprise AI, digital, and cloud services, we help organizations achieve measurable, sustainable returns on their tech investments. With a presence in 40-plus countries and a skilled workforce of 5,000-plus professionals, we serve 400-plus active customers across public sector, healthcare, retail, manufacturing, education, and financial services. Our ecosystem of partners, including Oracle, Salesforce, Microsoft, AWS, Snowflake, and Databricks, helps us deliver best-in-class solutions fast. Powered by trust, value, and velocity, we bring transformation to life. That's why businesses choose Mastek.
From being an early adopters of innovation to trusted global partners, Mastek's story is one of impact, purpose, and progress. To officially welcome everyone, may I now request Mr. Ashish Kumar Chauhan, MD and CEO NSE, to address the gathering.
Shri Ashank Desai, Principal Founder and Chairman, Mastek. Shri Umang Nahata, CEO, Mastek. To Shri Girija Ram, Shri Harish Mehta, Shri Ashok Kadwani, Shri Rajiv Jalota, Shri Sharad Saraf, Shri Gopal Jain, members of the management, employees, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon and a warm welcome to the National Stock Exchange as we celebrate 30 years since Mastek's listing on NSE. Today is not merely a reflection on the passage of time, but a celebration of reason, innovation, resilience, and a shared commitment to excellence that has endured across 3 decades. Founded in 1982, Mastek has grown into global digital engineering and cloud transformation firm, blending scale with agility, legacy with innovation across 40-plus countries. In May 1095, Mastek became one of the early cohort of companies to be listed on the NSE, a step that symbolized both aspiration and responsibility. Since then, we have witnessed an extraordinary journey, not just of a company, but of a nation and of capital markets evolving in tandem. Mastek's journey reflects India's own shift from an agriculturally dominant economy to one increasingly led by services, technology, and global ambition. The IT sector has powered this transformation, and Mastek has contributed with strength and innovation. Over the years, it has become a respected global digital transformation partner, a true example of Indian enterprise making a global mark. Behind every transformative business lies a financial ecosystem that believes in long-term value. NSE has been proud to provide that foundation, enabling companies to dream bigger, grow faster, and create sustainable impact. This important milestone for Mastek coincides with NSE completing 30 years of its own operations. Over the past 3 decades, NSE has played a pivotal role in enabling a fair, efficient, and transparent capital market ecosystem, acting as a catalyst in India's growth story through fund mobilization, capital formation, wealth creation, and job generation. The market capitalization of NSE listed companies grew more than 125 times to approximately 450 lakh crore or US dollar 5.2 trillion today, with participation over 11.8 crore registered investors holding more than 23 crore accounts spanning across 99.9% of India's PIN codes. NSE was the country's first true digital public infrastructure, as India's first and to this day the largest fintech. NSE built the digital foundation that brought capital markets to the fingertips of investors and laid the technological groundwork for India's IT revolution. As we look ahead to a future powered by AI, cloud, and emerging technologies, companies like Mastek will help define not just how business is done, but how technology services society. Mastek is well positioned to play a vital role in shaping a future where technology is not only transformative, but also inclusive and purposeful. This evening, as we mark this significant milestone, we honor the people behind it, the founders, the leaders, the employees, customers, and investors who have believed in the long-term vision. On behalf of NSE, I offer our warmest congratulations to everyone at Mastek. We are proud to have Mastek as part of the NSE family, and we look forward to witness the journey that the next 3 decades will unfold. Now, that is the official speech which was given to me to read, but Ashank is a super senior of mine, my senior by more than 12 years. And so he is the person we all grew up to sort of as a hero, as a leader of not only Mastek but also of IIT Bombay. And I have many of my seniors. I have many of my seniors from IIT Bombay. Of course, we have worked together for last 20 plus years on very many projects together to improve the life in Mumbai and other things. But Ashank has been a mentor and a dear friend for so many years. And so thank you, Ashank, for all your help and leadership. And wish you all the very best at Mastek. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you. Thank you for setting the tone with your thoughtful words, sir. I would now like to call upon Mr. Ashank Desai for felicitation by Mr. Ashish Kumar Chauhan. We have the bull photograph. Sir, I request you to please be on stage. There's a coffee table book as well. Can we please have a huge round of applause and let this not stop? This is a plaque by NSE to Mastek stating 30 years of its listing journey. What a moment. Thank you, sir. I would now like to call upon Mr. Umang Nahta, CEO, to please be on stage. Ashish sir, I would request you to please. Thank you. Follows by the photo frame. the coffee table book, I would now request Ms. Girja Ram to please come on stage for felicitation. Ma'am, please. Iconic coffee table book. Thank you, ma'am. I would now request Mr. Ashank Nath Desai to please come on stage for felicitating Mr. Ashish Kumar Chauhan. What a beautiful moment this is. Thank you, Ashish sir. I would now request Ms. Ashank Desai to please share a few words with us.
Good afternoon to everybody. Thank you. They have said I should be speaking few words. I better keep that promise. Otherwise, Ashish may delist me from NSE. So I better follow his diktat here, now that I am in his territory. But seriously speaking, I am really overwhelmed standing here, celebrating, of course, 30 years of Mastek, but I think as much NSE looks like. And that is a history and a dream that I and all of us have lived in Mastek and maybe even in IT industry. So I'll be quick at same time, maybe few more minutes. Let me see how it goes time-wise. But before anything else, let me give a huge kudos to NSE for making this happen. Please. Thanks NSE for recognizing our listing here and our contribution to IT industry. Ashish, you have been a leader. Yes, you are junior to me, but you are quite senior in many achievements that you had or you have in various areas, including NSE. So what I plan to do is, I'll cover 40 years in next 10 minutes. I don't know whether I'll be able to do it properly, but I'll try my best. So many of us Mastekiers also may not know some of what I have been saying, because some of them have joined much later. So story starts of Mastek at IIM Ahmedabad, by the way, where we were student, colleague, founder members. And we were studying together and we decided to do IT industry. Nobody knew what was IT. Nobody knew what was software. In fact, he said, क्या कर रहे हैं आप लोग? कुछ पता नहीं, कौन सा industry है ये? क्या बनाएंगे आप? And all that kind of, what should I say, skepticism was shown by my classmates. Some of them are here. So the point I'm making is there was no IT industry in 1979, by the way. There was nothing called IT industry. There were few companies, of course, they were doing work, but not organized IT services industry, IT products industry. So we were struggling ourselves to find the demand and work on it. But I was lucky that we had three of my colleague founders, we were all together. Ketan Mehta, R. Sundar and Sudhakar. Very unfortunate that Sudhakar we lost 5 years ago. In fact, it was his idea, by the way, to have this IPO, and he was very excited. He was youngest amongst all of us actually, and a lot of ideas and vision, and I'm sure he is happy wherever he is looking at what we are doing. So we were four of us who have stayed together for 40 years. I'm very proud of it. In today's world, you have all kinds of stories of partners. I'm very proud that we have stayed together 40 years, and that's because of values that we cherish together. So Mastek's story was different because Mastek's name was Management and Software Technology, by the way. Some of you may know. And that was very long name to go public, so we said make it Mastek. But idea was to provide IT solutions to corporates, which will help them to have outcomes, as we said, and business results. Now it may look very trite, not in 1982. It was much ahead thinking because it was only data processing area that time. We thought of solutions. So we didn't go to exports. We said that is not an area where you have that opportunity. We'll work with large clients in India, which had, of course, negative side in the sense we started exports a bit late. And we built the solutions to many Indian companies in those areas. And that's the real another story, that we were one of the first companies to build products in this country. I'm very proud that application products were not existing in 1985. When PC prices went down, we built product for financial accounting, stockbrokers. Some of them are still using it. I'm surprised to see one person saying, I'm still using your software. But the point I'm making is products is an area that we focused on because it was about software technology and solutions. That is what we are about. And that displayed in products that we did. Products were doing well. They were small size business. I remember even celebrating some 50 lakh revenue or something like that. But the point I'm making is I'm proud that we in Mastek build products fairly pioneered in this Indian IT industry. That resulted into our vision that we should have a products and build software exports around products. As I said, we started a bit late, but we said we will do products. So we built what is called as MAMIS, which is name, but it's an ERP product in 1986. 1986, there was no ERP available worldwide, by the way. I can say that very confidently. We were one of the first ERPs globally. And you know, there was some Oliver White papers which Sundar and Sudhakar, they read and they were behind this, making it happen. Its architecture was way before its time, by the way. There is no time to discuss all that. But the point I'm making is to build that MAMIS, we were one of the first company in India to get venture capital. Venture capital industry did not exist at that point of time in 86. There was only one company called TDICI, which was part of ICICI. And we were one of the top first 5-6 companies, by the way, who got venture capital. And there was no sweat equity concept that time, mind you. So we had to devise, because if we give them equity, then we will have 90% equity given to them at a book value. So no sweat equity. But thanks, and I'm thanking to my involvement with NASSCOM as a founder member, and my colleague Harish is there in the crime. NASSCOM worked very hard to make sweat equity happen, by the way, and a lot of work did with government. So we could get sweat equity concept established when we went public. When we went public, we had a sweat equity. They got only the the shares based on our value was encapsulated in the sweat equity. And we went public in 1982 with that venture capital. And don't ask me how much was it. You will fall, all will fall out of table, out of your chair. It was 86 lakhs. That was the venture capital we got. I don't think people will even look at that number now, the young startups. But the point I'm making is we have created that history of getting a VC fund and then going public. And mind you, thanks to NSE and stock exchanges, our stock moved so fast that the venture capitalists multiplied their money 11 times in just 3 years. They sold that stake and they created, they in fact told us that we had doubled their fund at that point of time. So the point I'm making is I'm feeling very proud of those achievements. Some of you may not know those achievements. So I thought this is the time to get. But thanks to NSE, we could capture that value and come back to our shareholders as well as VC firm. So moving ahead, 92 of course was a bad time to go public. There was Ayodhya 8 days before we went IPO. Everything was closed. Everyone said, boss, your issue is going to fail. Not because of you as much as because of Ayodhya. And that time people used to write in hand, Ashish. Not you may be knowing probably. Forms were filled in hand and then some 10,000 forms were written at Rajkot and all such funny things were happening. Anyway, so the point I'm making is that we didn't know what to do. If we close the issue, then it will be unsubscribed. If you continue also, chances were not, it will be undersubscribed. And everybody was looking at us because we were the first company to get listed at a premium pricing in IT. By the way, we were the first company. And before that, it was not allowed. Free pricing was not allowed. Some of your young guys may not know that free pricing was not allowed. You had to go at some book price or some formula. But that was allowed post-liberalization. And we were the first IT company. So everybody was looking at us. My dear friend Harish used to ask, will your issue succeed or not and all that. He was very doubtful, I think. The point I'm making is in spite of Ayodhya and everything closed, our issue got oversubscribed. Though people knew nothing about IT industry. Broker used to come and ask me, क्या कर रहे हैं आप? Product बताओ तुम्हारा. So they were very skeptical. What is this company going to do? And mind you, we went public with not exports as an offering. Our 70% or 65% revenue was Indian market. As I told you, we started with Indian market. So that was a good feeling that, and I remember, I don't know whether he remembers, but he came out after it was oversubscribed. He says, you have saved IT industry. He was a NASSCOM chairman that time. He says, तुम्हारा issue fail hota tha, so we would have got a problem. So I'm proud that we were the first IT company to be successful. I still remember, by the way, my dear friend Narayan Murthy was, and still is and has been very kind and supportive. He said, Ashank, please come to Bangalore. Let's discuss what you have learned. Because they went public, I think, in 3-4 months after that. The point I'm making is, it was a great feeling that we went public. We remember Sudhakar, as I said, he was a person behind it. So this journey continued. We were very successful with that MAMIS ERP, but we were ahead of our time. We thought we will sell it worldwide and make it a global ERP product. Let me be honest, we couldn't make that happen. It was too early. We couldn't fight with best of the names with lot of might and no venture capital in the country. We couldn't fight that. So we remained in Indian market and we continued, but our dream of selling MAMIS worldwide was not achieved, but there is something after that which has happened, I'll tell you. So we continued with IT services and solutions and got when everybody was busy with Y2K, we were not doing Y2K, by the way, which looks to be very surprise to many of us, because we were busy building solutions and we felt Y2K is okay, not a great, exciting way of working. And we were working with London City to change the traffic congestion charge at that point of time, around that time, little bit later. And we built what is called as London congestion charge, because they gave us a project because they felt we could build that solutions. Again, a solution story of Mastek. And from that, we really got positioning in government and UK and even in US that we could do large solution project. And I believe that day when London opened up for this congestion charging, hundreds of thousands of cars were coming. I was in Singapore and my guy said, please don't call us here. It is all working. Don't trouble us. My guy is in London. But there was a guy from Hindustan Lever sitting next to me. You know what he told me? Ashank, we want this project to succeed, not because of Mastek as much as for India. If you screw it up and if traffic is going to get all over in London, everybody will know that it's an Indian company. So I feel good that we could make that difference. Our team could come together, Mastekiers, and make that happen. So those are the proud moments. I'm just repeating here because I'm looking back 40 years. This journey continued with another large project where 60 million people of UK, we have built a data warehouse. Today, the whole data that is lying for the whole country, we are doing, and many other projects. I don't think we have time for that. But the point I'm making is, I feel good that our solution story has made difference, and that differentiates us from other companies. But our hunger for product was not going away. In 2001, we decided we'll now build another product that will become a global leader. And we invested money, time for almost 15 years. This is a product story worth writing again on the book. We invested $200 million in acquisitions as well as R&D to build a product for insurance industry. Enterprise insurance product. Indian companies have been struggling to be top players in enterprise software, and we were building a product with so much of money and risk. But that got separated into another company called Majesco. We demerged. So we are two companies actually now, technically speaking. Mastek, original Mastek is two companies. Majesco got listed in New York Stock Exchange. We had gone all to ring bell like this. And it was the first company to get listed, as a product company to get listed in US, from India. And first company to be top 3 player in any sector of US IT industry, Majesco. And that was a huge success again. We feel good that we could make difference and be first in that area too. Majesco went private, and it is a story by itself, and it continues. It is of same size as ours, but it's a private company. So when I look back, I say, enough of history. I think next generation has to come up. So we have our Umang and all young people going to run Mastek. Umang, of course, was a company that we acquired 5 years ago, and he is our CEO. Mastek's journey will continue. I can only say that, yeah, one name I should forgot to mention. The Majesco success was behind my other colleague Ketan, who was the CEO, and he made that happen. I hope he was here. It's very unfortunate that he is just on a holiday and returning today, I think, or tomorrow. So I wish he was here with us. But that Majesco success, I think, is a person. He is person behind that. So thanks for all of you for being here. Thanks for listening patiently to my story. I have to do a few thanks though. First, of course, to our partners in the life, our spouses, who have been very patient, living with our idiosyncrasies. My wife Padma is here. You have seen Girija. She's spouse of Sudhakar Ram. Others are not here, but I thank all of them for being patient, and they are behind our success. And all the Mastekiers, all these years. I'll give him a big hand. We had counted, I think there are some 50,000 people who went through Mastek journey. We had just made an estimate. So I thank to all of them. They are not all here in Mastek today. Some have left. But those 50,000 Mastekiers are behind what we are. And thanks to them, customers, of course, who gave us an opportunity. particularly large projects that we are doing today. I must thank in UK we have been successful with a lot of success. I thank all of them. Investors too. Now I must tell you, Ashish, one number. You may not have knowing that. NSE 93 to today have multiplied 25 times. Correct me if I'm wrong, little bit here and there. Mastek at 93 price today has grown how many times? Make a guess. 500 times. So that comes to around 23% compound annual growth rate, which is twice the stock exchange growth rate, as you know. Of course, we could have always done better. I am not saying we are happy with whatever we achieve. As usual, we feel we should do better, and I agree. But the point I'm making is, I do value investors who were with us all this time and have been with us and supporting us. Thanks again to NSE, as I said, they created value for IT industry. I think our market cap of IT industry is some hundreds of billions dollars now from 93, Ashish. So I think you have created value to all the 11 crore investors. Lot of IT friends with me here. Thanks to all of them, and non-IT friends. Please, thanks for your goodwill. I think we had always been blessed. And last and not the least is this team which made this all happen, NSE team and Prajakta's team. Thanks to all of you. Thank you. Thank you again. And continue with your next proceedings.
Thank you, Mr. Desai, for such powerful insights and heartfelt words. ये सोचते सोचते कॉलेज में क्या बनाना था, आपने Mastek बना दिया. So let us have a good round of applause for Mastek. We now move to the ceremonial bell ringing to mark 30 years of growth and continued legacy at NSE. For this bell ringing, we'll have a small countdown, and you can all join me when there's 10 seconds to go. I request our dignitaries to please come forward for bell ringing. Mr. Ashank Desai, Mr. Umang Nata, Ms. Girja Ram, and Mr. Ashish Kumar Chauhan, and the leadership team of Mastek. Can we please have the countdown? Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It echoes the values that built Mastek: trust, value, and velocity, and the shared vision for tomorrow. Congratulations on 30 transformative years. I would now like to invite Mr. Nata to share his vision for Mastek and unveil the new brand positioning. Over to you, Mr. Nata, to introduce the strategic evolution which reflects Mastek's renewed focus on AI in this digital age. Let the unveiling happen.
Oh, it's on. Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, now it is working fine. So, being here and ringing the bell, I'll first tell a quick personal story. My sister, who's here with me, she always wanted me to come and ring the bell. I didn't even know what bell ringing means by then when she wanted me to do that. She was much more into stock market. I was much more into software. And here today, getting a chance to do this under the Mastek banner is one heck of an experience. So thank you, Ashank. Thank you, everyone at Mastek who really made this happen. Ashank just laid out the journey of Mastek of the past. I'll summarize that journey in a few sentences only, and I'll not spread too much time on the past. But thinking beyond their age and time has been what really defines Mastek in that journey. And working together, I mean, 4 partners who were not even related, friends who met at IIM, and then Sudhakar, who was, later joined the group, but still tied together, working seamlessly. And I've seen them talk. I mean, they, have differences, they fight, they again come back, reconcile, but putting that together for 43 years and creating a vision which was always beyond their time, in some shape and form, Mastek has been the pioneer of Indian IT services. All of us are really bearing the fruits of that. So thank you, Ashank, and thank you, Ketan, Sundar, and Sudhakar, and now Girija for really setting that foundation for all of us and all of us Indians to really, become the page of the face of the world as far as IT is concerned. As we talk about the present of Mastek, the 3 words here that you see, the trust, value, velocity, I think are the real description of what Mastek means today and what Mastek is going to mean in the future. The kind of relationship that we have been able to build with our customers as well as with all Mastekiers, trust is the core foundation of all of it. What trust means for us is being able to share openly and transparently our capabilities and ability, look at our customers' business as if it is of our own, and trying to put in our heart and soul in delivering what we deliver. And that is the reason why, in spite of, all the ups and downs and all the challenges that we've had, we still are, considered as one of the most trusted partners by many of our customers, and therefore trust is at the core of what Mastek is today. The value and velocity, especially coming to the value side of it, it's not just about the core values that, that have been inscribed to us by all of our founders. Again, many of those values were also beyond their time. When we got acquired by Mastek, all of us had read Sudhakar's speech, which spoke about Mastek 4.0. It's a cultural ecosystem where people are self-governed instead of, requiring any governing engine to work on them. Again, I would say a value system that was even beyond its time. It's now our turn to make sure that we create a culture and create an organization that thinks, that is self-governed, autonomous, and working with it. So not only in technology, but even in the kind of culture that we create, we would want to consistently live up to that, which is thinking beyond our time and doing the latest and the greatest then. As far as velocity is concerned, that's the term that I think I would say most of us who were then joining Mastek, we really pushed to include that in our term and in our DNA. We want Mastek of the future to be one with full of velocity. Velocity in terms of not just the kind of outcomes that we offer to our customer, but velocity in thinking, velocity in decision making, velocity in approaching innovation and technology, velocity in failing but learning from it fast and then coming back and trying it again. So I think that's the 3 key words that really defines the spirit of Mastek. And I once again want to congratulate and thank all the Mastekiers for living up to those trust, value, velocities. Standing here at 30th year of NSE and looking forward from here, I think we are in a time once again where we will have to imagine and do things that are beyond what we could currently think of. And Mastek spoke about talking about software in 1989 or 1992. It was hard to explain what we are trying to do here. With AI leading the world today, I think we are all getting into another age where it is very hard to imagine how the world will look like, 5 years, 10 years, and extremely hard to imagine what the world will look like 30 years from now. So in that age and era, when a lot of the future is uncertain, the future is evolving very, very fast, the ability to think through and make the right steps and directions is going to be a key part of the success that people will make. It's also going to be learning from our past, trying to balance. It's great to be innovative, but if you are too much ahead of the curve, that also doesn't help. And Ashank gave that example, right? We created an ERP product, but too ahead of its time. So a wave will build up, but you cannot be too much early, and of course you cannot be behind the wave. So timing the wave is going to be really important. I think the AI wave is really building up. It's here and now. Step one of that wave, which is all around technology automation or engineering automation, Mastek is really taking charge of it. We are already working with our trusted customers and trusted Mastekiers to delivering that kind of wave and value proposition to them. It is already starting to deliver 4x kind of growth or 4x kind of efficiency to many of our customers. In fact, one of our customers is going live today, and we're celebrating their success, where they're delivering the program at 4x more efficiency than what they thought they would need to deliver. And with all of such examples, we are really looking forward to delivering it with that kind of pace and velocity. As we go forward with this curve, the next phase, which is really going to change the whole world and all of our businesses and not just IT services, which is going to change every business, including the stock exchange business, is going to be when the AI starts getting applied to business. A lot of POCs are already in play, a lot of POCs around automation, POCs around contact centers, POC around healthcare, POC around manufacturing and everything else. But as we move forward, the next 8 to 12 quarters will really bring that AI in business into action. And that's what we really need to ramp up for. It is literally as much as the reinvent of the internet. So what internet did to the IT world is what AI is going to do again to this world. So reimagining every business with internet was what the companies did right and therefore got where they got. I think reimagining our world with AI with all of our customers and businesses is what will make the Mastek of the future successful. So with that, I think the leading with AI is going to be a key part and key mantra of trying to make sure that we reimagine the world with AI, but working with the human in the loop all the time is going to be critical. The last part of the vision for the future for Mastek. Mastek has been a company where we have been looking at generating value and wealth, but I'm not the one who's going to look at generating value and wealth for everybody else. Those numbers will happen on its own. What we need to do is create specialization, create well-being and wealth for Mastekiers, and the wealth for everybody else will automatically happen. So Ashank, the sweat equity concept that you started with is what we really want to do. Put on your sweat and equity, the value and wealth will automatically happen. And looking forward to working with all of you to delivering that. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Nata. As we move forward, we have employee felicitation lined up. Mastek grew and flourished in UK, and so did most of the Mastekiers. Most of the proud Mastekiers were a part of Mastek since listing are settled in UK. But we have 5 of them amongst us. So let's hear it for them. Can we have a huge round of applause for them? I would now like to call upon stage Mr. Ashank Desai, Ms. Umang Nahata, and Ms. Girija Ram for the felicitation, please. Coming up on stage, Mr. Ramesh Patekar. Can we please have him on stage, please? Mr. Chandrakant Deshmukh. Mr. Dilip Kumar Srivastav. Mr. Diwan Singh Negi, and Mr. Bachchan Jha. Thank you for doing the honors. As we draw curtains on this remarkable celebration, I'd like to call upon Mr. Rohit Mandotra to deliver his vote of thanks for Mastek.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the National Stock Exchange of India, I extend sincere thanks to the Mastek and Mastekiers to come here and give us this opportunity to celebrate, it with us. It is always inspiring to, hear the leaders talk, and here we got a mix of last 40 years and next 10 years. So a great mix. The interesting part is that, we always think that, probably Ashish will not know some of the people in the team, but he always says, okay, I've studied with him, I've done my MBA with him, we've worked together, we started the company. So it's always inspiring to be along with such people. Thank you so much. I hope you had a great time, and the stage is all yours. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rohit. But before that, I think we can have a group photograph of the leadership team along with the employees who have been felicitated. Can we please have you all on stage for a quick group photograph? I think first we can have the ones which have been felicitated, and probably then all the Mastekiers can join us. Can we have all?
Side by side and take our pride from what we do and achieve.
We live in truth and do what's fair. We make magic here. We are Mastek. We have diverse minds, but our spirit binds, and our vision makes us a team.
Our hearts are